So I'm making this video in case it can help somebody who, like me, has an old PCI card that they want to use in a new computer. In my case, I have an old Frontier Design Dakota sound card. It has 8 ports of MIDI, so 16 channels in each port, which I find really useful, and also 16 channels in and out of ADAT optical. And as mentioned, it's a PCI card, not PCIe, and therefore it will not go in most recent motherboards. The only motherboard that I could find with an LGA 1700 socket and that has a PCI slot was this ASUS business motherboard. And it's pretty limited. It only has one M2 slot. The audio is limited to stereo, which doesn't matter. I'm not using the internal audio. And that's it. It's kind of funny. It's got the old PS2 keyboard and mouse sockets, but it's a brand new motherboard. So my sound card will go into that one and only legacy PCI slot. Next, I'll install the ASUS driver, which also supports WDM and the 8-port MIDI. Although the most recent driver available is from 2010 for Windows 7. At least it's in 64-bit. So notwithstanding Windows has suggested a successful update, it looks like we've run into a bit of a snag here with the installation. Let's learn more. So it looks like there's 2 options. Well, really only one option for me, because one is to try to get an updated driver from the manufacturer. Well, in my case, the manufacturer no longer exists. So the other option is to turn off the memory integrity setting in Windows Security, which is what I will do. So we'll go ahead and turn that off. So now I'll connect the ADAT optical ports to the outboard gear and do the same for the MIDI port to the outboard MIDI gear. Okay, now we will check the Dakota control panel. So it looks good. And default is 2 ports, and we want 8 ports of MIDI. Inside the DAW, checking whether all the audio ports are recognized. And doing the same for the MIDI ports. And it all looks good. So we'll do an audio test. So I just did a quick test on a few audio ports and a couple of MIDI ports, and all looks good. So I don't know if this video is going to help anybody, whether they're in the same or similar situation, have some old hardware, or this hardware in particular, and they want to keep using it with a newer system. So anyway, thanks for watching.